Hi, it's Melissa here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you a layout that I actually made today with my June Clique kit, which is called La Dolce Vita, and that was it there. And it features Ellie's Studio little moments and also um, background paper, which is a corrugated paper, or cardstock is from Fancy Pants. It also has some jelly bean soup in it, but I'm just focusing on using the Ellie's Studio. So this cut file was designed by Just Nick Studio exclusively for the kit, and so I knew I wanted to feature it in a large way, so I enlarged it. And I loved how it looked with the blue and the white together. So I knew that I wanted to keep this layout really simple, feature the blue corrugated cardstock, feature the cut file, and then just do a single photo with probably for me quite minimal embellishment. So I had this butterfly, or set of 3 butterflies, that's another exclusive cut file, and I'd used the negative space for another layout, so I had this piece left over, and it's from that beautiful ombre pink paper. And at this point I definitely thought I was going to use it, but as I go on you'll see that I can't really make it work, or for me I can't make it work. It could work, but it kind of looks too much like the other layout I made with the same positioning of the 3 butterflies. So the other thing is I really love yellow and blue together, or yellow and teal, and I felt that the pink was a bit too much. So at this point I'm still thinking of using it. I'm just working on my layers. So I had already backed my photo with white cardstock for that white border that I still love. And in this kit you get some of the 6x6 papers, and so I just went through them and selected the ones I thought would work. So here I am still thinking that I'm using that butterfly. This paper is amazing. It's an exclusive paper for Clique kits and it's just stunning. So I didn't want to cut where those words were on the back, so I just made sure that I'm using the corner that's well away from that other corner. And I'm loving how that's looking. Trying again with this butterfly, or butterflies. Still thinking I can make it work. Thinking that if I change the position on the page where the photo is, that will help change my mind, but no. And I'm not loving the way the wing's coming down on top of my head as well. So these tags, I can't remember who they're by, but you get 3 in kit, and they are like a translucent, they're like a vellum, but thicker than a vellum, and I've got gold scripty font on them. So these labels are perfect for journaling, especially when you don't have much to say, and so with this layout, I don't really have too much. It's a selfie that I took. I had really, really long hair at the beginning of the year, probably the longest it's ever been, and I used to love doing a fishtail braid because I could, and I didn't have many layers in my hair, which meant that pretty much all of my hair could get into this braid without, well, I like the messy look of a fishtail as well, where you intentionally have bits hanging out, but in this instance it could all get there without many clicks. So that's an exclusive card that comes with the kit, and it says Sunshine in My Soul, and I just love, once again, the yellow, white and blue. And that little label that I'd cut, I think was like a reddy pink colour, I knew it wasn't going to work. So here I've turned the cut file around, and I've decided I'm going to cut 2 of the butterflies off, and the best way to do that I found was just to fold them over. I know it's not a perfect mirror image, but it definitely works, and just trim along the edge of the wing. And I'm really happy with how this turns out. So I'm using my Tombow liquid adhesive here, just because of the corrugated paper and also the cut file. And I was trying to move quickly because I had my 2-year-old. She was playing with this Mr. Potato Head toy that I got I think when I was at university, so a very, very long time ago, my sister sent it to me. And all of my kids have played with it, and she found it this morning and she was playing with it, and she needed a bit of help with it, so I was wanting to, when you're in the flow of a layout and the last thing you want is someone to come and sit up at your desk and try and grab everything. Well, it was that kind of situation. So I was trying to talk her into playing with it on the floor. So I did think about using both of these butterflies, but because I like, yes, a design element of 3, so I thought it really wasn't going to work that well. So I set them aside and just did my journaling, and I realised now that I forgot to add my date, but I'll go back and add that later on. So I like that this is on a black bordered, I think it's a snippet, it's the LE Studio snippet from the ephemera, and so just deciding where to put that, and I liked it best up the top. So these are some jelly bean soup little tile alphas, and I wanted to definitely have the word Fishtail Braid somewhere in here, so rather than have a big, bold, full-on title, I just decided to put it underneath the Sunshine on My Soul on the yellow card, and I like the way it brought a bit of blue onto that as well. Tried to make that little tag work, but I couldn't. This little tab, I guess it is, it says right now. I thought that was perfect reflection of my journaling, because I talk about how my hair is long enough, because I've since cut my hair quite a lot. Well, not quite a lot. I've had quite a lot cut off, and I probably couldn't. I could do a fishtail, but it wouldn't look like this anymore. And these are some of the illustrated Faith enamel hearts, and I just love them. I'm so glad I got them. I think they were an add-on to the kit. And so if you go into the Clique Kit store, you can purchase. I've got several colours of these hearts, and if you use my code Melissa10, you'll get 10% off. So you also get some of these wood veneers, and you get I think you get about 5 or 6. So a partial pack. And I wanted to make it work, but in the end it doesn't really work with the yellow. So here I decided to stitch my little butterfly, and I was intending to have it to stitch on camera, but once again my hands were out of view, so we didn't miss much. So I'm just deciding where to put it. And these are some gorgeous sequins from Spiegelman Scraps, and I think she mixed them especially for this kit. And I did this with my last, my first layout. I didn't make a video, but if you've seen it on my Instagram or my blog, I put butterflies. I put sequins down the middle of the butterflies, and so I wanted to do the same thing, and I just love the blue colour of sequins that are in this mix, and so I just put 3 on with glue dots. I had tried to use liquid adhesive, but it wasn't really working, and I find that these little glue dots are the easiest thing to adhere these little sequins. So it just adds a touch of cutesy whimsy to my page. And so I want my wings to have some lift, so what I did was put a glue dot in the middle, and then I put 4 of these Stampin' Up! Dimensionals on the wings. And then really soon you'll see that I add some Tombow liquid adhesive in the middle as well, and then that enables it to stay put forever. And I think this time I do. No, I don't. I'm still off screen. I'm sorry. I changed my camera angle because I wanted to be able to show more of the layout in the view. So there I just trimmed off a tiny piece of that twine that had come down, and trim the twine shorter as well. And just playing around with the flare badge and that little wood veneer, and that's my final layout. So pretty simple with a little bit of extra added detail, which I love. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll be back again soon. Take care.